Hello, Debrix here, back from another video. Today we are going over the LEGO Ninjago Dragon Power Spinners. So today we are going over 71824, Sora's Dragon Spinjitzu Spinner, 56 pieces, Kai's Dragon Spinjitzu Spinner, 54 pieces, and Roz vs. Aaron Dragon Spinjitzu Battle Pack. Comes with 186 pieces, 71826. This is from the Dragon's Rising Season Free Subbing with the Arc Dragon Focus for Part 1. Comes with Storm Zane on the sides. LEGO Ninjago Dragon's Rising on all freebie boxes. Then on the back you have all their accessories and features. Without further ado, let's get into this, starting with Sora. Alright, for a better look of the box, here is the front of the box. You have a very nice Dragon Spinjitzu, and it has a dragon swirling around the Spinjitzu. You have Sora in the middle. I'll get to this figure in a bit, but I'm very disappointed in this figure. But this recommended ages for 6+, 79842, Sora's Dragon Spinjitzu Spinner, 56 pieces, building toy. On the bottom you have the Arc Dragon Focus and Zane, Ninjago Dragon's Rising, Lego logo. On the side, nothing. On the back you have Sora spinning into a Dragonian and a Dragonoid or a Dragon Baby flying after her, a 1-to-1 scale, A and B, how to use the item. You have other ones you can collect, being Roz and Aaron and Kai. On the side you have legal jargon and more legal jargon on the bottom. Alright, for technically new suits, this one's basically a storm suit for Sora, but it's not really. It's just her racer suit, just with a new helmet, which we'll go over. Alright, so her new helmet piece, this is the only thing new about her. I have reviewed her head, her arm, her leg, her torso, and her legs, all in a separate video from 2023. Might have been re-uploaded for 2024 or 2022. But yeah, this helmet piece right here, it's just your storm armor mask, really nicely molded in gold and white. It looks very nice like this. But the bad thing is the torso doesn't match with the suit. It really doesn't. She does have a double-sided expression too, her face on the back having a more powered up expression. Then you have a grumpy cat at the back, or one of those friends cats. I don't know what the exact name is, but I think that's what it's based off of. You have her Imperium arm from her Imperium arm print. So yeah, she doesn't even come with armor, which made this better, honestly. Just give it including armor piece for a storm or tournament of sources. The golden shoulder pad on this arm would be great, and it would look a lot better. But unfortunately, this is just your standard racer outfit. Nothing's exclusive about this. Even the headpiece is not exclusive, but it is barely used in this wave. But it is better than the Thunderfang set, so I will give it that. Alright, next up here, you're going to see a Dragonian. You're going to see these Dragonians a lot appear in the next few videos. But this is a Dragonian warrior. He comes with a big sword from Ninjago 2011. This is one of the swords that he used for Skulkin and Legacy Skulkin. Good to see this piece reused. Alright, now for his torso and legs. Legs are really cool. I do like the scaling print and the dragon toes. And I do like the gunmetal gray armor. That looks very nice. And the head is just your typical Dragon's Rising. Not typical, but you know. It's your typical Dragon Warrior face. These don't use all the same head prints. This is the Warrior print, but where it has a lot of bushy eyebrows. It looks very feral. You have orange eyes. New armor piece, and you have a flame ball on the back. Alright, so getting a better look at the minifigure, you have a flame ball at the back of the head. You have more scratches on battle damage on the armor with scratches and, you know, more of that gunmetal gray detailing. It's on the front too. You have a rope as a belt, and that's practically it for the printing. You'd have like some feral fangs. And for the armor piece, this is two-piece armor. It's a two-piece armor where you have the dragon armor, then you have the dragon mask, then after that you have a Dragonoid, which we'll get into in a second. You know, it goes on the back. Up next for our first side build for the set, we have a Dragonian. I almost said spectral, sorry about that. We have a Dragonian flyer. This is a baby dragon if you want to count it that, or a Dragonoid. These attached to the back of the Dragonians. And they have, this is about 3 new pieces. The body and the wings have a clear bar piece with a stud. well, just a clear bar piece with a stud attached to it. You have a clear dish piece. Really, really nice flyer. It's a good thing to have like technically a full Dragonian in the set, but you do have to take off one piece in order to do that. But overall, let's move on to the set now. Alright, so a lot of you are probably wondering, how do I use this as a spinner? Well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is push this button down right here, the whole golden plate right here. Push that and it'll go spinning. And for the base of the build, you have dark blue for the sides, and you have a coral pieces for the trimmings, and you have some white at the back and some white accents. This is probably the best looking spinner of them all. And you have Sora's accessories on the sides, because you can place accessories on the sides and it looks really, really nice. So you have Sora's main color schemes of dark blue, coral, and gold, and white, which looks really, really nice. And now let's get on to the spinner. Alright, so Sora's spinner here, I don't know if I built this wrong or not, but this is interchangeable. You can take the pieces off and customize this, like you can put Kai's and Sora's mixed up together, or you can put Roz and Aaron's together, or you can put Drix and Aaron's together. You can really mix and match all of these. You can put the minifigure in here too as well. Let me get the minifigure. Here is Sora. You can place her in here, and she fits pretty snug. And it looks very, very nice. But yeah, so that's it for Sora. Let's move on to Kai. Just so we're not treading the same ground again, I'm just going to breeze over this really, really quickly. Alright, just so we're not treading the same ground again, you have Kai's Dragon Spinjitzu spinner. You have a dragon face up here and down here. 54 pieces. Kai in the middle. Same season free box art. Legal jargon on the side. On the back you have the play features. The exclusive minifigure. Exclusive. It's just one piece. You have how to use it. The ones you can collect. The legal jargon. On the bottom it's more legal jargon. On the side it's just in Spanish. Yeah, let's move on to the set. Just so you all don't get confused, you do get one of these in a set. I'm just not going to go over it because we did go over one with Sora's. So yeah, just if you don't see it in this part, it's in the set. Alright, now so to start off with the Dragonian Scout, the whole figure is basically the same as Dragonian Warrior, except you have a mohawk, and instead of a flame ball at the back, you have more scales. You have the same accessories on some of these. Yeah, he has a snarl expression. Same armor, same torso, same legs. Alright, so for Dragon Power Kai here, I will go over him in more detail with the whole, Kai and Nia set. Just for now, I'm not going to go over him in too much detail. Which is the whole mask piece. You have this really nice dual molded storm mask piece in red and gold. This looks very, very nice on Kai. You have a rising dragon symbol on the back that's flaming with the source of motion. Source dragon of motion. Dark red base with red hands. Very, very nice gold and dark red printing, and with a little bit of hints of orange. Important thing to note, you do have a Season 1 of Dragon's Rising face print, which is really, really nice. He's worked a lot better than the movie faces, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's it for Dragon Power Kai. Let's move on to the set. Alright, nothing special with Kai's here. Nothing special here with Kai's set. All it is just a Lego brick build this whole base piece. And this is using red and gold. And you just have an orange and red base for the spinner. And you can take these off and on both sides. Clip them onto each other. You can put Kai in there as well. And he just fits in there snugly. As you can see right here. Here is the back of him, what he looks like with the spinner. But yeah, so that's it for Kai. Let's move on to Roz and Aaron. Alright, before we get into Aaron and Roz's set, I just want to go over this spin feature, because I feel like it's not, if I don't do this in the set review, it'll just be left out, and it's just just to demonstrate how you use it. You use this gold button here on the back, and you fling it, you push it, and you spin. That's essentially what it is. I went over this with Sora. So yeah, let's move on to the next build. Alright everyone, so here's a better look at the box art. Here's the front, 71826, Dragon Spinjitzu Battle Pack, 186 pieces, recommended ages for 6+. Roz and Aaron fighting out with Dragon Spinjitzu from LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising. Then on the back of the set you have them in a battle pose. Then you have A and B with, the play feature of a set where you just like press Aaron or Roz and they go into hitting the Timble. But yeah, so now let's get on. And you have ones you can collect, 71823 and 71824. I noticed in the video I said this is like 42. I got those two numbers mixed up. It's 24, not 42. Alright, to start off with Roz here, as you can see here with Roz, he uses the same Tournament of Sources prints, except the only thing different about him is his crystallized golden armor piece. Crystallized armor piece is now in black and not silver, dark gunmetal gray. It's fully in black. As I stated in the previous video, I think they got these two swapped because like Roz uses more of a gunmetal gray armor in the show. Well, they both had black for Drix and, Drix and Roz. But yeah, it's pretty strange how they mixed this up. Instead of giving them both black armor, they got confused and put one being Drix and one being for Roz. Roz technically used a gunmetal gray in the show. Well, blackish gunmetal gray in the show. And Drix uses pure black, so I don't know how they got this mixed up so badly. But yeah, this is just the same prints from Tournament of Sources Roz. You can check out my Source Dragon Motion review for that. Head print's the same, torso and the arms are the same. And then we have the legs are the same. Everything is the same. But he is a fantastic minifigure. Just this would have been a perfect opportunity to give us a pink Roz, because like in part 1 he was pretty weakened. Alright, the armor piece is not included, but you get the same exact Aaron from the Aaron and Roz Super Stormjet, which I have reviewed from the last 2 to 3 weeks. I suggest watching that video if you want to see this in more in detail. Just know he has a pink dragon. He has some black felt going around his suit. He has his name on the back in pink, and he has a gold and light yellow or light yellowish orange, keyed orange for his head piece. He uses the same head as well with his Dragons Rising Season 1 head, which I'll show you. As you can see right there. But yeah, that's practically it for Aaron. Let's move on to the builds. Alright, to start off with the main build, as you can see here, you get 2 Golden Dragon spinner parts. You get a print for the top of a dragon. Print for a dragon on top of the building. Has some black spikes. Some black curvature pieces. You have Aaron's weapon and Roz's hammer over here. You have 2 pink crystallized or, crystallized pink pyramid pieces. That's where I know it from. You have a little golden gong in the middle or something like that. This kind of reminds me of a portal gate a little bit. But yeah, you have Aaron's weapon and Roz's was technically secondary weapon for Aaron and, Roz's main weapon. Because Aaron does come with a katana, which is on here, which we'll get to. And Roz comes with one of the secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu swords. So yeah, I'm going to show how this works, and we'll move on to the Roz and Aaron spinner. Alright, as stated previously, you press this gold button here in the back, and you press that, and you're supposed to launch it. As you can see, this technique really doesn't work too well, because this is a more sturdier structure. It takes time for it to, dwindle down and get weaker. But yeah, press the golden button on the back, and you spin it, and it's supposed to hit, but it really doesn't work too well. Yeah, works alright, but I wouldn't say it works the best. But yeah, you're supposed to do that with Aaron and Roz. Oh. But yeah. Pretty simple. Nothing too effective. But yeah, let's move on to the spinners now. Alright, for Aaron's spinner here, because it's Dark Aaron, he's using the Gunmetal Gray and Trans Yellow for his Spinjitzu. You have Kitongu, or, Keyed Orange for his base, which has some black accents. You have a Golden Katana as well. That's on. It would be on both sides, but I think that was an extra piece. Yeah, you have a little bit, slight hints of gold in here. Fit 2 accessories. He's using the bad guy base, which is gunmetal gray instead of like, yellow or white or orange. He could use yellow, honestly, because the gunmetal gray doesn't really work too well with this, because like you can see it right now. It looks very off. Oh, it's backwards. Yeah, it looks very off in my opinion. Could have been a little bit better, but overall, it looks pretty nice. Alright, so the same thing is practically with Roz. You have the same build as Aaron's, except he's in purple. And, the same, spinner base, except it has trans red on the sides. But yeah, so you got purple and gold for the base, and you can pop that right here. And you get a spin. You have his weapon on the other side, which is one of these Season 11 pieces for the weapon, or Pharaoh's Quest. But yeah, so that's practically it for this full set. Let's get all the spinners together, rate the video, end the video, and rate the sets. And after that, we'll go on from there. Alright, everyone. So how would I rate these sets out of 10? Honestly, I would rate the Roz and Aaron sets probably like a 7 out of 10. The function for the, knocking off the base really doesn't work too well. But I would rate those a 7 out of 10, and we're basically using the same spinner base. I would prefer if this one had more red in it, and this one had more like a light yellow in it, or a Kitangu orange in it, and the yellow, trans yellow on the sides. For these spinners work really, really well. You get a Dragonian, which is pretty common for both of these. Kai is technically exclusive just by one piece. Sora comes in, like a combo mech. So, yeah. Roz is technically exclusive. He has a new black armor piece, which is not accurate to his show, I would say. But it's partially accurate. Because he does use that armor piece in gunmetal gray from the previous wave. But, yeah. Overall, I would give this... Oh, yeah. I mean, before I rate the whole, wave the spinner wave as it is, Kai, I would give probably like a 8 out of 10. It's a little bit better than the main set, I would say. Yes, you get less pieces, but you also get a Dragonian Flyer and a Dragonian Scout. And Sora, I'm going to give an 8.5. I usually don't like doing 0.5s. I'm only giving her a 0.5 because, it's a little bit better than Kai's. You get a Dragonian Warrior, but bad thing is Sora is such a letdown. She ain't even in a storm suit. They could have made her exclusive to this set being a storm suit. But yeah, so overall, I would rate this whole wave of spinners probably a 9 out of 10. They're really fun, they're really good to use. Yeah, the minifigures are a bit of a letdown. But yeah, I would recommend it. And also you can fit the storm armor in these, which I forgot to mention earlier. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.